John Beltran, Dave Urich back from Beet Digger Stadium. The coin toss is about to take place with Derek Lynch, Ramon Portese, and Bruce Melendez for the Beet Diggers. And Holy Family's got 4 captains out there, including quarterback Joe Summers, Austin Mall, a senior wide receiver at 5'8", 150, and Tim Sullivan, a 5'10", 200-pound senior, along with Colton Emich, a 6'3", 255-pound senior. I tell you, Dave, looking at this roster for Holy Family, I see lots of 200, 205, 255, 260. Now that size dictates everything because it doesn't, but certainly they've got some big boys on that side.
A big team that's athletic up there on that line can sure wear you down. I was doing the same thing when I looked at the program and I walked in. I added it up and divided by 5. I come up with a 237-pound average out there.
Yeah, so this is a big team for Holy Family, and Holy Family is coached by Mike D. Gabriel there in their road whites. And the assistants are Brad Baer, Del Bishop, Mike Burke, Albert Castillo, Don Clay, Mike Gabriel, Monty Mondragon, Eric Nakayama, Brandon Orr, Paul Panozzo, Joe Domko, Chris Summers, and Bob Wathen. The Beet Diggers coached by Randy Dreitz in his 10th year as the head coach. The assistants Ron Albo, Lance Schwint, Dick Creighton, Matt Menier, Ken Garcia, and David Cummings. The Beet Diggers are in their maroon uniforms with the white numerals. Holy Family, by the way, opened up the season in the same fashion that Brush did, losing to one of the top teams in 3A, as the Beet Diggers will receive the opening kickoff. They lost to Steamboat Springs, but then they came back last week. I'm sure this was an eye-opener, Dave, when Holy Family beat Eaton 31-13.
You know, and I know that was a big game because Holy Family and Eaton, they have the same kind of rivalry and intense game with Holy Family that we do, and so I know that must have been a hard-hitting, powerful offensive game.
Yeah, without question last week. So here we go with the Beet Diggers and the Holy Family Tigers. From Beet Digger Stadium, the first of six home games that the Beet Diggers will have this year, so that'll be something nice to look forward to, with the Beet Diggers at home for so many games. And hopefully they can take advantage of it, but again, we're looking at a point in the season. We saw this 4 years ago when Anthony Hurt and Nick Dreitz got hurt in back-to-back weeks, but that was late in the season when the Beet Diggers were healthy for the majority of the season. This is a situation where the Beet Diggers are hurt right off the bat. So the adjustments have got to be made pretty quickly, and the depth is going to be tested a lot sooner than you'd like.
Yeah, but fortunately, you know, a lot of times a broken bone, what do they say, like 4 to 6 weeks, if there's anything like that, and we're looking at a situation where, you know, our first 3 games are non-conference, so we have a little bit of time for some of these guys to get healed up and hopefully get back in the game.
Holy Families, we mentioned, will kick off. And back deep to receive for the Beet Diggers is going to be Shea Hansen. And Jonathan Gary, who scored a couple of touchdowns against Eaton, is going to kick off for Holy Family. Opening kickoff brought to you by Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance, locally in Fort Morgan and Brush. Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance offers home, health, auto, farm, business, and workers' compensation insurance. That's Ingmeyer Phillips Insurance. And the Beet Diggers were very successful last week, returning 2 kickoffs for scores, 1 called back, but that was by both of them by Joe Rosenbrock. And he is out for this game. And this kick is very high and headed towards the end zone, and it's into the end zone 5 yards deep. And Jonathan Gary displaying a big-time leg. Beet Digger starting lineup brought to you by Walmart, your one-stop shopping center, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. 1300 North Barlow Road in Fort Morgan, part of the KSIR B106 Scholarship Program. The quarterback is a sophomore, Eric Garcia. In the backfield tonight, you'll see Connor Weiser, along with Tanner Morrow. Bruce Melendez is one receiver out to the left. C.J. Kukas to the right. Derek Lynch is the tight end. Pretty big offensive line. Levi Brenneman anchors that at the center position. 1st and 10 from the 20. Backs are split, and there's the give right up the guts, and very little. And that looks like Tanner Morrow, who got to the line of scrimmage, and that's it before Colton Emich eats him up, and that's going to be a challenge tonight, Dave, for the Beet Diggers running the football.
It sure is, especially there in between the tackles, as Faith's come out with a 5-man, a group of 5 guys up there on that line of scrimmage, but that they got three guys there at TNT that are over 240.
Second down and 10 for the Bee Diggers at their own 20-yard line. In motion to the left is Melendez. The backs remain split. Garcia drops the football, and did he pounce on it? I think Faith Christian's got it. He pulled out under center too early, and Faith Christian has recovered the football. The recovery by Matthew McLean, the 6'2", 215-pound junior defensive lineman at the 21-yard line. And obviously not the way the Bee Diggers wanted to start, as Faith Christian is in outstanding field position. It
kind of reminds you a little bit of last week, the way the Diggers started that second half. The fumble right off the bat, deep in their own territory.
First and 10 for Holy Family. The quarterback is Joe Summers. Jonathan Gary is the deep back. In motion to the left. And there's the pitch to Gary, that is, and he's going to be stunned down after about a gain of 1. Looked like Kyle Hefner might have been in there to make the play. A 5'10", 170-pound junior defensive lineman. It'll be second down. We'll call it 9. An excellent open field tackle.
Yeah, it was, and Brandon Rutherford flew up there from the safety position. They had the guy go in motion from the right to the left, and Bresch obviously was ready for that sweep play. Rutherford flew up there, and he turned it back in, and Hefner was there to clean it up.
Bee Diggers will have several two-way players tonight because of the injuries, including Connor Weiser and Derek Lynch. And now we've got a penalty, illegal shift against Holy Family. So it'll be first and 15 from the 26-yard line. I thought the Bee Diggers might decline that penalty considering it was a 1-yard gain. They give Holy Family an extra down, but it is first and 15 just outside the 26-yard line. Backs in an eye, and now we've got another stoppage in play just 52 seconds into the game. On the second play from scrimmage, the Bee Diggers committed a fumble. Now Holy Family's in position to score the game's first points. Dylan French also along that defensive line playing both ways. First and 15 for Holy Family. Once again, Gary is the deep back. He's about 7 yards in back of the quarterback, Summers, who's got the football. There's the pitch right. Gary swinging, and he's got very little. Connor Weiser right there around the line of scrimmage. Actually might have thrown him for a 1-yard loss. Is the first to make the hits. It'll be second down and 16. That run defense for the Bee Diggers was pretty good last week, especially in the first half, and has come out strong tonight.
They sure did, and Holy Family had a kind of a trick going on that play where they're tackling their tight ends. They switch places, they cross-blocked, but Dylan French held his ground. He didn't get cross-blocked too hard, and Weiser just flew up there from his end position and made the tackle.
It'll be second down and 16 to go for Holy Family at the 27-yard line of the Bee Diggers. 10:19 to go in the opening quarter. This is Holy Family's first possession after a Bee Digger fumble. One receiver off to the right, one to the left. Man in motion to the left is Nick Welder, and rolling left is Summers, looking to throw, setting up down the left sideline. That pass is going to be incomplete. Wide open by about 10 yards was Andrew Melcher, the 5'10", 155-pound senior. I mean, he had every Bee Digger beat by at least 10 yards. He was in the end zone, but the ball was overthrown by Summers, and the Bee Diggers get a huge break.
Yeah, we got lucky there because our corner and our safety, they were nowhere to be seen, and it might have been one of those plays that was so wide open that it was almost impossible to make.
I love how you say we got lucky there. That was monumental luck. I mean, he could have lobbed it up there and let Melcher run under it, and he would have caught it. Two receivers out to the left. It's third and 16 for the Bee Digger 27. Man in motion to the right. There's the give right up the middle in a big hole to around the 19-yard line before the tackle is made by Tanner Morrow. It'll be a gain of around 8. And the ball carrier was Duncan Yost, the 5'10", 200-pound senior for Holy Family. And it looks like Jonathan Gary, who we know has got a very strong leg, will attempt the field goal. Austin Mall to hold. It'll be from 35 yards away on that right hash mark, so he's got to kick it right to left, which makes it actually a longer field goal, and there is a slight breeze. Look like a little bit of a crosswind. Off the hold. It's down. The kick by Gary is up. It is deep enough, and that one is inside the right upright. It's good. 9:21 to go in the opening quarter. It is Holy Family 3, Brush nothing on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.